Hello everybody, and my story today is all about a dragon. Now you can get dragons like this, which are lovely and cuddly. You can get famous dragons like Toothless from How to Train a Dragon. But you can also get dragons that are big and red and quite scary. And that's what my story is about today. And also a little hero called George. My story is called George and the Dragon. Now you need to look at the pictures with this as well because it tells a different story. Far, far away in the high, high mountains, in the deep, deep valley, in a dark, dark cave. Can you see the smoke coming from the cave? There lived a mighty dragon. Goodness, look at him, he looks quite mean, doesn't he? He could fly higher than the clouds and faster than all the birds. Very large wings. He could burn down a whole forest with a blast of his fiery breath. Look at all those poor trees. He could smash a castle wall with a flick of his mighty tail. And there are all the soldiers at the top trying to fight him off. He is a mean dragon. And he could brush away an army with a sweep of his monstrous tail. Look, why are they fighting him? Look what he's got in his hand. The princess. There was nothing so fierce and so terrible as the mighty dragon. But he had a secret. He had a big secret. Well, actually, he had a very small secret. He was terrified of mice. Fancy a big dragon being terrified of mice. Which was a pity, because that very day a mouse moved into the cave next door. His name was George. Now, George didn't care very much for the cave next door. It was cold and drafty. The previous owner had been a bat, so the fixtures and furnishings were most inconvenient. Can't sleep upside down, can he? And the nearest cheese shop was miles and miles away. George was feeling rather miserable, and to make matters worse, he had no sugar for his tea. I know, said George. I'll just pop next door and see if I can borrow some. So he did. I say, you couldn't loan me a couple of lumps of sugar, could you? Asked George. Ah! Screamed the dragon. Look, he's dropped the princess. Fancy a big dragon being scared of a tiny little mouse. And he fled. Oh, blow, said George. No tea then. But George did get his tea after all, with 2 lumps of sugar. And he also got cheese too, and nuts and berries, and biscuits and crackers, and cream cheese sandwiches, and jelly, and ice cream, and fairy cakes with pink icing. Because the princess was so happy that he saved her. And a cosy little hole in the castle wall. And it says on the top, beware of the mouse. And look, there is the dragon. Very scared. I don't think he's going to come and try and take the princess again, is he? Now, that's one of my favourite bedtime stories. And if you'd like to read that, I'm sure you can find it at your local library. It's also another one. Read this one first, and the next one is George the Dragon and the Princess. So that's something you can read later. I hope you had fun and enjoyed my story. Take care, everybody. Bye.